Good evening. Welcome to another night of Creators One Business News. I am El Blanco. I am here typically every Thursday night at 11 p.m. Eastern Time. And I'm always trying to make sure that you get information that's going to connect the outside world to the inside world here in the virtual world on the virtual platform of Meta Horizon Worlds. And last week, we talked about once again making sure that you understand that you really must have a business. You need to set up a business if you're gonna do any kind of business, because you need to know how to avoid, giving all your earnings or your profits up in taxes. So you must understand those things. So we talked about that a lot. And those people who do get a chance to go to YouTube channel and look at our broadcast that we archive there on the YouTube channel at Creators One News. So when you go to the YouTube channel, you can, catch up on all the different broadcasts that we've done that you've missed. And for those who cannot be here on the night of, so we normally do this, like I say, every Thursday night at 11 p.m. Eastern time, and sometimes we have good conversations before and after. But for those who, if you hear something you take an interest in and you want to know more about it, or you need help, because I see a lot of things that a lot of people haven't experienced yet, especially with how to set up businesses, how to get your business plan together, how to get funding for your business, things like that. Feel free to talk to me, and I help you out. I even, sometimes I even do free consultations and give you a complete printout of where you need to start. But um, so typically the news that I do, since I'm in the business segment and not in the main studio, where the main studio normally covers things like MetaConnect and things like that, we'll probably make some announcements once I get a chance to get more information on that from other people, because they've been talking about some of the events that have been taking place and some of the topics and things they've been discussing. And so far, I like some of the things I've heard. Um, but as I stick to my guns are to make sure that everybody understands that here in this world, you have every opportunity, right? Whether you want to come in and be a creator and build, because you can make money from having a successful world, and that world could generate a lot of retention and a lot of, a lot of participation, and you can get paid directly with the platform. Or you become such a good builder, you can do commission bills, and people will pay you to build them worlds that they need to do the things that they need to do, whether it's leisure or whether it's for business ideas that they have. Because you got to think about it, just like in the real world, we can interact with people like one on one. We do the same thing in here, but we're in a digital environment. So even now, you see this great big studio. This is one studio within this great building, this big building, and I don't even know how much square footage this would be if it was in real life, but I'm assuming that this is, we probably got over, maybe over 100,000 feet, whatever, how that what that transfer into translate into. But I want people to know that you have so many opportunities in here. And like one of the opportunities that I'm working on is I could really be doing a lot of consultations in many areas like business, law, contracting. I have a lot of avenues I could go in here. Um, at the same time, I'm an artist. I perform. I could also start. I can start right now. I can start going making all kind of content from art. And that's not just talking about pictorial art. I'm talking about spoken word art. I can do videos, make them digital formats. I can do audio, make them audio formats, and I can start selling my art in here. I can start doing shows and doing promotions and things like that, doing tours. Have so many directions you could go, because this is a virtual world. Whatever you create in here is what you will have. What you want, you just simply create it, or what someone else want, they're creating it and we're experiencing it. So I try to continue to make these type of statements and give these type of perspectives, so that those who haven't taken on this perspective and don't know how to expound or expand their vision of being in here, they can hear it from me and they can take it to someone else on the outside. And that's how you would pretty much get a family member or a friend to go out and buy a headset and come in here with you, hang out with you, and they have more experiences and probably even go into business with you, whatever it is. So what I've done is when I first, got on the headset and realized it was just this sociable, I could meet people from all over the world, and I could just get beyond my area around me because I'm in a very rural area in real life. I'm in the mountains, right? And some people just call it the country, but it's the country and the mountainous rain. But I'm in an area where it's not that many people that do what I do. There's not that many people that share the same interests as I do, and therefore, by coming in here, I am meeting those people, I'm engaging with these people, and I'm doing a whole lot of things that I wouldn't be doing if I didn't have the headset. So I could literally leave here right now after this broadcast tonight. I could literally leave here and go drive cars, horseback riding, just all kind of things that I could do. It just depends on what I want to do because it's a virtual world in here for almost everything, and even go swimming. And I know that people who are not on the headset was wondering, why would you do that? I don't get it. Well, for the people that's out there that's looking at these YouTube channels and looking at these things and haven't made a decision to get on the headset just yet, well, when you go to a world where we swim, right? The world is scripted. That means they put a code on it so you can be in the water and float in the water as if you were swimming. And then you do the normal things you would do. If you want to do movement like this, you could, or you can float on your back and just hang out. Because I used to just float on my back and hang out in a little pond that's in the back of my virtual home. Um, all those different things. And we just met a guy tonight. Sorry, ladies. That's the part of his name. He just let us know that at his shooting range, he got his guns designed to give you some type of feedback when you shoot the gun, it kicks. So for those who don't understand how we're doing these things because people are coming in, learning how to use the tools, they're learning how to build these worlds and create all these different experiences. Because when I got here, I remember it was a big thing just to get on the elevator and press a button and the elevator goes up. Now, you never had to have an elevator in here, but that was a feature that they wanted to do. So now we just go to spawn spots, like just like Star Trek. If you ever seen a Star Trek episode where you just go to a spawn spot and they beam you up, Scotty, that type thing, we have those. So whatever it may be, when you're dealing with digital creation, you can create anything through a digital format and the experiences. So in the future, right? This is going to be the future, right? Where when you see it, all those sci-fi movies where people will be able to just go into a world like they are really alive in that world, where they can smell, taste, and, feel. Yeah, these things will be tapping into our nervous system signals. We'll be able to get signals and they'll be able to create taste, touch, and smell in the future. So right now, what they're doing is they got what they call haptic suits that have different sections on it that'll vibrate, that'll it'll it'll mimic touch as much as possible. Then you have full body tracking where you have devices that are instead of us moving with the limitations that these avatars have, we have full body tracking that you put on your body, and then the app, it will track your movements, your real live movements, so that your avatars are actually having real live movements to where people actually dance in gentlemen's clubs, and people are really making money, got real jobs in here. So for those who haven't had the opportunity to put the headset on, first chance you get, try to get a friend's headset and put it on, because that's what we call immersive. When you immerse yourself, you're coming inside the world. So just think about, when you see your friend playing Grand Theft Auto, right? When Grand Theft Auto came out, the character could turn and look, and everything was immersive for the character. Even though you're looking at it on a two-dimensional screen, that character in Grand Theft Auto could see around him, on the side of him, down, look up, fully immersive. So imagine yourself wearing the avatar or coming in as an avatar, and now you're fully immersive in here. So I could turn around, I could see this wall, I can got ceilings, I got everything around me. I can walk to it, touch it, or whatever. So these are the experiences that we are having in here, and these experiences are all being created. So it's not just the Horizon World Labs team or the Meta Labs team creating this stuff. It's actual individuals. It's us that are doing majority of all the creation. So when a person who had an experience, had a, let's say we have a person who has a background in psychotherapy, right? So they'll come in and make a world for people who have issues with psychotherapy, right? And they can get psychotherapy in here on their own without even paying. They can have an environment built and have people dealing with it for you, talking to you and things like that. Then you have other people, like I said, they build things that they like. Like I like kayaking, right? So that's an actual world in VR chat that I go to that has a real movement for kayaking. Um, they got horseback riding, driving race cars, flying helicopters, jet planes, all of that. You can do all of that in here. And if you're creative and if you take an interest in it, you can create your own worlds and make it what you want. And you can put whatever touch on it you want once you learn these tools and master them. But guess what? You mess around and master these tools, you may end up making 10,000, 20,000 a month, 30,000 a month, because once these worlds pick up, just like just like being viral. Once a video goes viral and the person who's an influencer has that kind of traction and feed, you get paid a lot of money. Same thing. It just you're just creating a whole new world. So once again, I am El Blanco. We never have a real long series. We typically try to keep it within 15 minutes, but every Thursday night you can come here to the studio at Creators1Media, and you can come to this studio in the back, and where you see my sign, Creators One Business News, every Thursday night, 11 p.m. And like I said, if you miss it, go to the YouTube channel and look up Creators One News, and you'll be able to see the segments that you miss. So thanks for tuning in, and see you next time.